Imagine this, you've had a long day. You've brushed your teeth, turned off your phone, adjusted your pillows, and turned your room into the perfect sleep sanctuary. You close your eyes and nothing. Your brain suddenly decides it's the perfect time to replay every embarrassing moment from middle school, plan your retirement, and question if giraffes get neck cramps. Insomnia, the silent, blinking-eyed apocalypse of the modern world. Here's the truth. 1 in 3 adults struggles with insomnia at some point in their lives. And while we'd all love to just get a good night's sleep, sometimes it's not that simple. But before we talk about pills, powders, and potions, let me make something crystal clear. There's no substitute for good sleep hygiene. Yes, I know, it's boring. Nobody wants to hear about turning off screens an hour before bed, keeping a consistent sleep schedule, or making their bedroom look like a Zen temple. But these things matter. You can't outpill bad habits. Okay, now let's get to the good stuff. You've optimized your sleep hygiene, you've lit the lavender candle, you've chugged magnesium water, and you're on enough melatonin to put a bear into hibernation. And yet, you're still wide awake. This is the point where it's time to talk to your doctor. Because, believe it or not, there are medications and supplements that actually work. Let's dive in. Melatonin, the over-the-counter darling. Melatonin is like the starter Pokemon of sleep aids. It's a hormone your brain produces naturally, signaling to your body that it's time to sleep. For people who have disrupted sleep patterns like shift workers or travelers, it can be pretty effective. But here's the catch. More doesn't mean better. Taking more melatonin won't knock you out faster. It'll just give you weird dreams and grogginess. Keep it low. Around 1 to 3 milligrams is usually enough. Safety tip. It's generally safe, but don't overdo it. Magnesium, the chill mineral. Magnesium is another popular over-the-counter sleep aid. It helps regulate neurotransmitters and can calm down your nervous system, but does it work? If your insomnia is related to a magnesium deficiency, it might help. If not, you might just get really expensive pee. Safety tip. Safe for most people, but too much can cause stomach issues. Diphenhydramine, Benadryl, the drowsy antihistamine. Benadryl. Originally meant for allergies, but now moonlighting as a sleep aid. It works because it crosses into your brain and blocks histamine receptors, making you sleepy. But here's the problem. It's not great for long-term use. You'll build tolerance, and the next thing you know, you'll be immune to it. Safety tip. Don't operate heavy machinery. And no, heavy machinery isn't just bulldozers. It's your car. The prescription heavyweights. At this point, if sleep hygiene and over-the-counter options haven't worked, it's time to bring in the prescription big guns. Zolpidem, or Ambien, is one of the most well-known prescription sleep medications. It belongs to a class called Z-drugs and works by enhancing the calming effects of GABA in your brain. Does it work? Yes, and pretty effectively. But it's not without its quirks. People have been known to do some pretty weird stuff on Ambien, like sleep-eating an entire cheesecake or online shopping for inflatable hot tubs. Safety tip: take it right before bed and don't mix it with alcohol. Temazepam is a benzodiazepine, a class of medications that also target GABA receptors. It's effective, but it's not typically recommended for long-term use because it can be habit-forming. Safety tip: this isn't a pop-it whenever kind of pill. Follow your doctor's guidance carefully. Originally used as an antidepressant, Trazodone found its second career as a sleep aid. It's particularly helpful for people whose insomnia is linked to anxiety or depression. It's effective, generally well tolerated, and less habit-forming than some other medications. Safety tip: it might cause grogginess in the morning, so timing is everything. Another antidepressant that's also effective for sleep, Mirtazapine, is great for people who have trouble staying asleep. However, it comes with a side effect that can either be a blessing or a curse: increased appetite. Midnight snackers, you've been warned. Safety tip: take it as prescribed and maybe hide the cookies. Suvorexant works differently from other sleep medications. Instead of making you sleepy, it stops your brain from staying awake. It's effective, but it can sometimes cause vivid dreams or even sleep paralysis in rare cases. Safety tip: again, no driving or operating machinery after taking this one. Lunesta is another Z-drug similar to Ambien, but it's designed for people who have trouble staying asleep. It works well, but a common complaint is the metallic taste it leaves in your mouth. Safety tip: water is your friend. Ramultion mimics melatonin, but it's a prescription medication. It's non-habit forming and great for people who have trouble falling asleep. Safety tip. It's one of the safer options, but always follow your doctor's advice. La lesion y el final feliz, the lesson and the happy ending. Look, insomnia is no joke. It affects your mental health, your focus and your overall well-being. But medications aren't magic bullets, they're tools. Good sleep hygiene is still the foundation of restful sleep. And remember, just because you need medication now doesn't mean you'll need it forever. Sleep issues often need fine-tuning, and that's why it's so important to build a good, trusting relationship with your doctor. At the end of the day, I'm just a guy on YouTube doing voiceovers. I don't know your medical history, and I'm certainly not qualified to hand out prescriptions. Everyone reacts differently to medications, and what works for one person might not work for another. So talk to your doctor, be honest about your struggles, and don't be afraid to ask questions. Sleep is too important to leave to chance. If you've battled insomnia and come out victorious, share your experience in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more informative and slightly sarcastic health content. Disclaimer. This video is for informational purposes only and is not medical advice. Always consult your doctor before starting or stopping any medication.